Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is my Christmas wish list, and as you can see I'm in another different room. I'm back in London now and I'm just basically doing musical chairs with where I film as and when a particular room gets worked on. So today I'm in the bedroom and I'm going to be sharing what is on my Christmas wish list, or rather just my wish list for both Christmas and beyond through the next year as well. As always, this is mostly focusing on accessories with mostly handbags and a few shoes thrown in as well. So I hope you guys enjoy this and let's get started. This video is kindly being sponsored by Shoptagr. I know so many of you love and use the tool already, as do I. If you're not familiar with it, then basically Shoptagr is an online tool that allows you to save items to your Shoptagr account and then get notified as soon as they go on sale. So this is amazing if you love sale shopping as much as I do, but you can also use it to create Christmas wish lists as well. So if you're difficult to buy for, or if you have very particular tastes, then you can create a whole Christmas wish list and send it to people in one easy go. So it's super useful. I will show you now quickly how to use it. So all you do in order to save an item to your Shoptagr account once you have one is just go on any website. I'm on Net-a-Porter here, and find an item that you want to save and be notified about. So I love these Gian Vito Rossi boots. And then I have the extension right here on my Chrome toolbar. I just click it and it'll come up with a window where I can choose the size that I want. So I take a 37.5. Choose when to get notified, and I always go for any price change and add it to my list. So I am going to go for winter items, save and show. And that's it. It's automatically saved to your Shoptagr. Super, super simple. And then I can just go to my Shoptagr account and then it will immediately show up there. And you can even filter as well. So I have all my different lists here. I used it a lot during the autumn sale. And I have my Christmas wish list here, where if I wanted to, I could just share this super easily as well. So just click share with my friends, and I have all the different options on how to share it, whether that's on Facebook, on Twitter, I can post it to Pinterest, share on Google, or otherwise just have a shareable link right here. I will leave my link down below so you can check out what is on my wish list if you wanted to. But it is a seriously, seriously great tool. It will notify you either by email or by message. They have an iPhone app as well, and you can get notified when things come back in stock or when they go on sale. And now is a great time to sign up, especially in advance of the post-holiday and Christmas sales, when so many items will be going on sale. So you just add items to your Shoptagr account and get notified as soon as the price drops in advance of everyone else. So as you can see, very simple to use, very effective, and honestly just so useful. So I will leave the sign up link below. It is completely free to use, so there is absolutely no cost involved. It's definitely worth giving a try. So on to my first wish list item now, and I'm going straight in with a pair of boots. I saw these when I was just browsing Nordstrom when I was in the US recently. These weren't on my radar at all, and I happened across the Chanel section and I saw these boots and oh my goodness, I instantly fell in love. But then when I picked them up, these are the softest boots I have ever felt. I just couldn't believe the leather texture. If any of you guys go into a Chanel store and find these boots, definitely feel them, because I have never felt leather this soft. I even made my mum come over and have a feel, and she was like, wow, those are soft boots. The leather is just incredible and they're just so gorgeous. Obviously, I don't have any of these items here with me, so I will be inserting pictures as I talk just to show you what I mean. I took a few photos of these boots because I knew I wanted to add them to my kind of imaginary wish list, but these are beautiful. They are pricey because they are Chanel. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I will try and find the price, and if I can, I'll list it down below. But these are definitely one on my wish list. I think they're so classic. I love the shape. Just a classic ankle boot is never going to go out of fashion. You do have the little CC logo as well, which is there, but it's not too much, and I just think these are gorgeous. So 100% the first thing on my wish list, these beautiful Chanel boots. Next up on my wish list is the Fendi Peekaboo, and I'm pretty sure this one made my wish list last year. I've done absolutely nothing about it since, so it's fully possible we'll get to next year and I won't have done anything about it either. But I think I've made my mind up in terms of what I'm going to do with the current Peekaboo I have. So I do currently own one in magenta and I love it to bits. I think it's such a beautiful bag, but I don't reach for it because I got it in such a bright colour. So I think I've decided I'm going to go for it either in the black, and that's what I'm leaning towards at the moment, or otherwise in the beige, but I'm leaning more towards the black. I saw someone in person wear the black one the other day, and really that's all it takes to get me to completely fall in love with the bag. She wore it so well. She was an old lady as well, and I just thought it looked so chic and elegant, and I just loved it. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I was previously thinking more about going for maybe like a grey or a light pink, but I think I want something even more neutral than that. I know beige and black aren't very exciting, but that's honestly what I reach for the most in terms of the bags I wear. So I want to make sure that if I do take the hit and sell the bag and buy a new one, it's going to cost me more money, and I want to make sure I'm going to use it. So that's what I'm currently thinking of. I'm hoping to make that purchase and kind of sell my other one in the next few months. I obviously don't rush into these things because it's been a year, but again, these are expensive bags, so I wanted to make sure I made a good decision. But definitely a new and usable for me Fendi Peekaboo is on my list. Next up is a Mulberry bag, and I haven't had a Mulberry item on my wish list for the longest time. They were actually the first brand that I got into when I first started buying luxury bags, but then I left the brand for a really long time, and I bought a Mulberry Bayswater about 2 years ago, I think. I sold it really quickly because I found it overwhelmingly heavy, and I just avoided carrying it for that reason, which is not really what you want when you spend a lot of money on a handbag. So I kind of left the brand alone, and then they had their rebrand, which at first I really didn't like. I don't really like change, so the fact that they changed their logo, I was just very anti the whole thing. But I have been loving their recent designs. I think so many of their bags are gorgeous at the moment. I've been eyeing up a couple of them. The first one is the zipped Bayswater tote. I think that's what it's called. They have quite a few iterations of their Bayswater now, and I do get a bit confused with their different names, but as I mentioned, I will insert photos up on the screen so you know what I'm talking about. But I think this is such a gorgeous bag, and all the issues that I seem to have with the previous Bayswater seem to have been corrected. So I love the fact that they've made it into a tote so it's easier to access, and the fact that they have a strap as well so it eases up on the weight. So I am loving the new version. Obviously they still do the classic version as well, but I love this new version. I was thinking of getting it in the pale pink, no surprise there, but I think this is such a beautiful bag. They do so many nice colours as well. The only thing I'm not sure about is the size, and I haven't tried this one on in person, so I'm going to try and do that because I'm worried it might be a little bit small, but if the size does work out, then I definitely think this might be one that I'm going to buy. I was looking out for it during the Black Friday sales. I was hoping it was going to go on sale then, but it just didn't. So hoping that it still might, but otherwise this might be a full price purchase because I do really like it. And then the other Mulberry bag that I have been loving, because I mentioned that there were two on my Mulberry wish list, was the micro Bayswater. I'm clearly having an alternative Bayswater moment because I have been loving their different varieties. This bag I have seen in person, and it is super, super cute. I don't know why I haven't seen more about it. It's absolutely adorable in the smaller size. It does look very similar to the Celine Nano, which hadn't even occurred to me until I mentioned it in my bag chat group, and someone was like, you know, it looks exactly like the Celine Nano, which completely makes sense because I adore my Celine Nano. But I love the micro Bayswater. It's very cute. It comes in so many nice colours as well. I've seen this beautiful printed lilac, I've seen a turquoise, a pale pink, just so many good colours, as well as their more classic colours as well, and I just love it. So I'm not sure if this is too similar to the Celine Nano though, so if anyone happens to have both, please let me know. But I do think this is an adorable bag. I haven't tried it on because even though I saw it in real life, I didn't try it on at that time, so I think when I go to try it on the other Bayswater, I might give this one a go as well. But I've just been loving Mulberry's new bags. I think they're really, really lovely. Next up is another pair of shoes, and this is actually one that I own already, but I want to get them in another colour. So they are the Christian Louboutin Eraser pumps. I currently have them in the nude patent leather, and they're some of my favourite shoes. I absolutely love them, not least of which because I finally discovered a comfortable pair of Louboutins, which if anyone owns them knows is no easy feat. These didn't require any breaking in at all, and I just love mine to bits. I've worn the nude ones so much, and I've been lusting after the black ones for the longest time, and now that I have a little bit more shoe closet space, I want to try and get them. So those are definitely high on my list. I think it's such a classic shoe shape. I love the unexpected detail of the cutout on the side as well. They are very comfortable for the heel height, and I just think these are such classic shoes which are just never going to date. So I love my current ones, and I'd love to get another pair in the black if I can. Next up is an item which I didn't actually think would ever make it back onto my wish list, but it is a wallet on a chain, and I do own wallets on a chain, but they tend to be more evening bags, and that's what I use them for. Whereas here I'm talking more about wallets on a chain which you would use for daytime. I used to own a Chanel one about 3 years ago, and that one, it didn't last very long either. I found it incredibly small, and I guess I just wasn't used to downsizing so much where I would kind of put aside my wallet and just take my cards out, and I also couldn't fit my very bulky keys inside either without stretching the bag out. So I didn't love it at all. I sold it really quickly, but in that time, I guess I've changed my mind about a few things. For a starter, I like crossbody bags a lot more than I used to. Before, I really wasn't fussed about crossbody bags, and I didn't really understand why everyone else was obsessed with them. I get it now, and I don't know, maybe it's just age, I have no idea, that's changed my mind, but I love crossbody bags now, and I also use smaller bags a lot more than I used to, so I've gotten a lot better at downsizing. I don't really think twice about disregarding my wallet and just taking the cards out that I need, so that's probably played a factor as well. But I have been loving wallets on a chain all over again. I went to Heathrow recently and I tried on the Chanel ones. I was looking for a gift for a friend, and I loved the ones they had so much, so that might be a possibility in future. But the one I'm looking at the moment is a Gucci one that I've seen on their website. It's in this beautiful pale pink color. I've not seen it in store anywhere, so maybe it's an online exclusive, but I think this is so gorgeous. I've been looking at it for months now, and I think I'm probably gonna pull the trigger at some point because I do really like it, and I just think it's such a gorgeous item, and the price really isn't too bad, especially when you compare it to the Chanel wallet on a chain. And now for the last pair of shoes to have made it onto this list, and I am looking at another pair of Valentino Rockstuds. I do have one little space on my little Valentino shelf, and I could put my flats on there, I know, but I've been wanting another pair of the lower kitten heels for a while. I love my black ones so much. They're one of my most worn pairs of heels. They are so incredibly comfortable, so much more so than the flats. They are really just like a second skin. I can wear them all day long and not have any issues, and I just reach for them all the time. So I would love to get them in a more neutral color, either the kind of nude color or maybe a pale pink or maybe even the white. I'm not too sure yet, but I love this shoe. I've gotten so much wear out of it. Definitely good on the cost per wear front, and I just can't get enough, and I do think it's such a classic style. So definitely one I hope to add to my collection in 2019. I just never get tired of this shoe, and especially in the kitten heel, I think they're so practical as well. Next up is another bag pick, and this is the Prada Kaya bag, if that's how you say it. I did look it up, but there are so many different ways to say it on the internet. Everyone has a different opinion, so if that's wrong, let me know. But I have definitely been lusting after this one. It's been on my radar for a little while, and I have tried this one on in person, just in different colorways. Didn't quite find the right one for me, but then I saw this one online and I thought it was so beautiful. I love nude bags anyway. They're very versatile. They just go with everything, and they're just so easy to pair, which is what I'm about when it comes to my accessories. Obviously, I'm not great with pops of color, and this is just such a pretty nude color. I love the astrology pattern as well. I think it adds such a nice little detail, and I just think this is gorgeous. So very much in love with this one. I've been stalking it online for at least 6 months now. Absolutely stunning. The only thing is, it is quite pricey, certainly on the higher end of Prada's kind of price scale for their bag, so I can't really speak for the quality. So if anyone does own this bag, then please let me know what you think of the quality, and also if you think it's worth the price. But in terms of looks, I am definitely lusting after this one. And now for my very last wishlist pick, and also a bag pick, and it is a Saint Laurent one, and I can't believe I haven't mentioned Saint Laurent sooner in this video, because if you watch my channel regularly, you will know how much of a Saint Laurent kick I've been on recently. I've been loving their items, and that definitely hasn't always been the case. In the past, it's been a little bit too grungy for me, and I just haven't always loved their bag designs, but I have been loving the new styles that they've been putting out and the new variations as well. I did get 2 smaller velvet bags this winter, and I've been looking at their larger leather styles as well. I did get I think it's a medium size Lulu in the nude leather with gold hardware during the Black Friday sales, and I received it and I like it, but I can't say that I love it, so I think it's going back. It's just a little bit bigger than I thought it would be. I hadn't tried on that particular size before. It was also a bit heavier as well, and I'm not sure, I just wasn't fully in love with it, and if I'm not in love with it, I can't really justify keeping it. So that one is currently sitting in my hallway waiting to go back. But I have been looking at some of their other styles, potentially the size under that, which I have tried before, but I haven't tried it in the leather, so I'd be keen to try that on. But I've also been looking at the Jamie style as well, which I spotted a couple of months ago. I think it's absolutely beautiful, and I think they're bringing it back for the new season as well. It's so gorgeous. I've been loving it in the black, but also the dark blue as well. I can't decide which one I love more, but I think this is such a classic bag. I'm a huge fan of flat bags anyway. You guys probably know that. I love my flat bags. I think it's such a great style and one that I wear a lot. And this is just such a beautiful version of it. So big fan of this. It is priced on the higher end as well. So if anyone owns this bag as well, please let me know, because I have not heard anyone really mention this bag, but I think it's stunning. So if you do own it, please let me know your thoughts on it below. But this is definitely one that's on my radar at the moment. So that is it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I will leave links to everything I mentioned down below in the description section, as well as a link to Shoptagr as well, where you can open an account for free. Let me know what's on your wish list in the comment section below, and if you enjoyed the video, please do give this a thumbs up. As always, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.